Hey, good morning, everybody. Today we're reading from Psalm 24, and it's another of King David's many psalms. Now, the preface to this psalm says that it is a psalm of David, but that's kind of a generic preface, and most likely it was a song or a chant that was part of their worship time. Now, it's divided into three parts. The first part is the first two verses. And in those first two verses, David reminds us that God is the creator. He created everything, and everything is his. He even created people, and we belong to him. Even the foundations, the things that hold everything up, God is the creator of the foundations of the earth and the sea. And recognizing God's creative power and the many parts of his diverse creation is pure worship. I think we can do that as we go out and take a hike, or go out and as we're driving around, we can just say thanks to God for his creative worship. And then we get to the second part, and we read about what was necessary to really worship God. And now notice as we begin in verse 3, it says, "Who may climb the mountain of the Lord? Who may stand in his holy place?" Notice that the temple was up on a mountain. And so the idea was that you had to climb up that mountain in order to worship God in his holy place. The Jewish custom was also that there were some ceremonial cleansing sorts of things. He says only people with clean hands. So they needed to wash their hands in a certain way. But even more, the psalmist David says you need a clean heart. You need to tell the truth. You need to worship only one God, no idols allowed. Now, from the New Testament, we know that a clean heart comes from opening your heart to Jesus, from repenting and receiving the free gift of forgiveness that Jesus offered by going to the cross to pay the price for our sin. No one is clean on our own, but Jesus has provided a free way to become clean before God. So clean hearts gives us a right relationship with God. And then in part 3, David declares that God is king. And in a poetic sort of way, he gives a sort of a question and answer sort of thing that starts in verse 7. It says, "Open up, ancient gates, open up, ancient doors, and let the King of glory enter." Who is the King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord invincible in battle. See, this is a psalm that's filled with poetry. So maybe we can rephrase it for today, and it would be a great way to rethink it through and put it in our words today. The first verses might say something like this: We praise you, God, for your amazing creation. You made everything, including us, and we're grateful for your creation. And then we go on and say, we worship you. Thank you for giving us clean hands and clean hearts through Jesus. Thank you for our right relationship with you. And finally, in the last stanza, it might say something like this: God, you are our King. There's lots of other things in this world that are competing for our allegiance right now. But because you raised Jesus from the dead, and you won the battle with our greatest enemy, that's death, you are the King of glory. I lift up my head to recognize you as the true King above anyone else. I pray that your day will be filled with worship for our Creator and our King. Have an amazing day.
If these devotional videos are helpful to you, subscribe to our channel and click the notification button so you know when we post a new video. And of course, please share them with others.